morning, everyone. So this morning's practice is all about self-care. Self-care is always important, but it's particularly important at times where there might be some uncertainty or stress about the future. And self-care can look like a lot of different things. It can be as simple as just pulling back when you need it, both in postures on the mat and in life. It can also look like being intentional and slow in your movements in life and in every day. And it can just look like taking 10 minutes out for yourself. So that last part you've all done by landing here today. So let's spend the next 10 minutes working on some of those other things. Grab yourself a drink bottle and I'll see you back here on the mat. Move into downward facing dog. So bring your knees under your hips, have your hands on the mat slightly in front of your shoulders but shoulder width apart, fingers spread nice and wide. Focus on pressing firmly into the mat with your palms, all four corners of your palms. Tuck your toes and press up, especially for this first one. Really keep those knees bent and just focus on lifting your hips up towards the ceiling as much as possible and pressing into those palms. Now, if your body's telling you need some movement here, you feel that's some movement, then take that movement. Self-care, listening into the body. So if it's pedaling the feet out, if it's rocking your hips from side to side, whatever that might be, take the movement. If it's telling you it wants stillness, that's available to you too. Whatever you need today. Lovely. Now bend those knees even more. Look forwards towards your hands. And you're just going to step your right foot up between your hands. Now, if it doesn't quite make it there, that's fine. Keep walking it forwards. And then you're going to place your left knee down into the mat. Check that on your right foot, your knee is over ankle. So you've got a nice line there. From here, we're going to sweep our hands up together in prayer if that's available to you. If not, have them at shoulder width apart. That's absolutely fine. Breathe in here. And as you exhale, twisting to the right, opening those arms out either side. Inhale again, bringing the hands to prayer or shoulder width apart. And as you exhale, twisting open to the left. Checking here that your knee is still tracking out by your foot. Inhale, hands back together in prayer, and exhale, opening out, pulling down, drawing those shoulder blades together into cactus arms, trying to get a nice back bend in there. And inhale up, exhale, float your hands back down to the mat. The foot that's in front, your right foot, you're just going to heel toe it across the mat and likely down towards your body as we come into pigeon. Walk that left foot back so it's out long along the mat. Your foot is an extension of your leg, so it's tracking out. So just look back and check that. From here, inhale again. And exhale. You might like to stack your palms and rest your head on your palms or have them flat on the mat. And take a moment here. Let's all inhale here together, really deep inhale, and sigh it out through the mouth. Lovely. Slowly coming back up palms back down to the mat, tuck your back foot, and let's come back into downward facing dog. Take your time getting there. Once again, have those knees bent as much as you need. Just focus on getting your sit bones up towards the ceiling, pressing your hands into the mat. So you've got a lovely long line from your hands all the way up to your sit bones. From there, you can work to drop your heels back if you wish, but you can have your knees bent and you can have your heels up as much as you like. You're still getting that beautiful stretch through the back body. Breathe here. Keeping that breath calm, controlled, smooth. Wonderful. Now let's take it to the other side. So bend your knees even more, looking towards your hands and stepping your left foot forward this time, lowering your right knee down to the mat. From here, we're going to come back up again. Take your option, either hands in prayer or shoulder width apart, which you can keep coming back to. Inhaling here. Exhale, opening up to the left. Coming back to center as you inhale. And opening up to the right. Using your body to help you elongate the breaths. Inhale together. Cactus arms, getting a slight back bend. Strong with your legs. Inhale up. And floating those hands down either side of your left foot. Heel toe, your left foot across the mat. And then bringing it down towards your body as much as is comfortable to you. Walking your right leg back, checking your foot is out straight. And again, let's come down into pigeon. So inhaling to lift up and exhaling to float down. However you need, you might want your wrist stacked. You might need your wrist stacked on top of your cushion. Or you might like to just stay up if that's more comfortable. If that's what your body's saying you need today, that's fine too. Wherever you are, focus on your breath. Nice, deep belly breaths. Okay, let's all connect up and take a big inhalation together. Inhale deeply and sigh it out through your mouth. Wonderful. Coming back up if you were leaning forwards and just shifting down onto that left sit bone and swinging your right hip around to come to a seated position. We're going to come into doing bridge. So we're just going to do 3 really light bridges today. So laying down on your back with your feet tracking out from your hips. So they're still hip width distance apart. Arms are down next to you on the mat. From here, we're going to inhale. And as you exhale, starting from your pelvis, you're going to tilt your pelvis up towards the ceiling. You don't want to flare out in the ribs, so ensure those ribs are tucked down. It doesn't have to be a big movement for this. And exhale, slowly vertebra by vertebra, rolling back down to the mat. It's all happening here at the moment. Keeping calm despite the chaos. Let's do that 2 more times. So inhale. As you exhale, lifting up by tilting your pelvis up towards the ceiling and then slowly lifting up, checking that those ribs aren't flaring up, but they're still tucked under. And slowly rolling down, rolling through your spine. 1 more time. Inhale, beginning with the pelvis tilt and then rolling up, checking your knees are still parallel They're not going in or out. Sometimes it feels like you have to pretend to squeeze them together a little bit without actually bringing them together. And let's roll back down, rolling through the spine, getting some nice mobility in through the spine. Lovely. Now walk your feet out so they're as wide as your mat or even a little bit wider. And then just let your knees fall in together. So they lean in towards each other, resting on each other. From there, have your arms up and then bring them around, giving yourself a beautiful hug. And just taking a moment here despite whatever's happening around you, you can cultivate calm and care. It's something you can practice here on the mat, and then you can use that practice and incorporate it into everyday life. So let's again take some deep breaths together, sighing it out through our mouth. And as you sigh out, I just want you to imagine releasing any stress, any tension that might be left over still, letting it all go with that out breath. So let's inhale together here and sigh out that stress. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhaling here and sigh it out. One more, all together. Inhale here and sigh it out. Amazing stuff. From here, slowly unfold, walk your legs out into Shavasana so they're out straight. Your arms are out straight by your body, palms facing up. And just for a couple of minutes, let's just be still. You're welcome to lay here for as long as you need. So please don't feel any pressure to move as I do. But for those of you who need to get back on with your day, just rolling over to your left side, keeping those eyes closed and taking a moment here. And then slowly, mindfully coming back up to seat. However you wish. Thank you so much for flowing with me today, and I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow.